How you doing today, Greg?
Good. One of these days we're going to have a champagne episode. The episode that is the same as my age.
I'm not sure I even know what that is right now.
Champagne birthday it's when the birthday is the same day as your age.
Okay.
And I think your legal drinking age or something. I don't know. Look it up.
The stars align around alcohol.
It's something about drinking and getting a year older. So champagne, it's like, that seems a bit simplified.
Yeah.
Because, what if you were 90? I guess it's got to work within the month. Not everyone has one. Mine was 17, so I didn't get to do it.
Right.
If I had, maybe hippie parents, I could have, but parents were really religious, so
there you go.
Couldn't do anything. I just, had maybe a coffee or something. Here, boy, have a coffee.
Here, boy, yeah.
Let's get crazy. Have a coffee. Let him loose on the town after. And have some cake with that coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a coffee crisp with your.
Go wild.
Anyway, so maybe that episode I'll drink an entire bottle of champagne during the episode, and we'll just see where things go, Dave.
Well, that's really what you do every week, isn't it?
I actually am drinking a beer right now, but I don't normally do that. I normally have my beer earlier in the day, but we normally record these episodes for those that are listening in the evening around 8, sometime between 8 and 9 in the evenings.
It's okay. It's not a problem. I'll let you know. I'll cut it off. I'll blank out all the profanities.
It's Miller time. Actually, it's Propeller time.
Oh, okay.
That's a local beer, local Nova Scotia beer. They're not giving us any money, but
no, they're not yet.
It's damn good beer.
There you go.
Anyway, I just got back from fishing.
Yeah, nice.
Took my little fella mackerel fishing. Caught a few mackerel.
That'll go nicely beside whatever greens you're going to pull out of your garden.
Oh, I'm fantasizing about it. Garden.
It is good.
I love to eat.
Yeah.
And, the garden is huge right now, and we've stopped buying produce. Literally stopped buying produce, other than fruit, because I can't grow bananas.
Yeah, no.
Haven't cracked that one yet. So
really, not in a hoop house?
I don't think.
Those mini bananas, do they grow in like a mini banana tree?
I think you'd have to lay out some serious cash. I heard about in New York City, and this is back in the age of horse and buggy, okay? And this is just something I read, and this is years ago, so I don't know the source. But what they used to, and I want to try to apply this in my my cold frame, but back in those days they had a lot of horses, so they had a lot of horse manure.
Yeah.
Like a ridiculous. Today we have car exhaust.
Yeah.
Back then they had horse exhaust.
Yeah.
And so what they would do, they had these big glass houses, like a greenhouse, but they would cover the floor with horse manure, and it would make heat all winter long.
Yeah, I believe that.
Because it's working. It's compost. So it would be glassed in, so it would get heat from the sun. It wouldn't get as many hours of sun a day, but it would get all this heat from just the manure. It must have smelt probably not a very great job working in there. No, I work in a glass house full of horse manure.
Hot manure.
Hot. But maybe I'm sure the food was good.
Yeah.
Might want to air it out a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure that you could apply that in a cold frame to make it a little bit, hotter. If you put that in maybe like you dug down and put that in the fall, late fall. Yeah. I bet you that cold frame would heat up a lot sooner in the spring, because once it got warm enough, once it got above zero in there consistently, that manure would start working and generating heat. I think I might put that theory into practice this year. We'll have to see. Yeah. Always some new crazy experiment.
Yeah. That's what keeps life interesting.
Yes.
So, speaking of interesting, today we're going to talk about ticks a little bit.
So we did an episode on ticks a while ago, and I'd gone on a little fishing trip with a friend, and it was an area out in, this was Hants County, I guess, north of the 101.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd been fishing there for years. Well, not let me qualify that. I've been fishing there since 2004. And I used to walk through. It's got, it's a river, and on the river banks there's grass, and I would never get ticks there. And a couple of years, I guess, I don't know if it was last year or the year before we did that episode. This is only year 2. Is this 2 or year 3?
This is only the second year, buddy.
Yeah. So last year, May, June-ish, I was out there and just walking along, and I got ticks. And so we did an episode on that, talking about Lyme disease and stuff. But I got the ticks walking along the river bank, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now this year, I took a way in from a logging road that I've taken many times before, and there's a tiny bit of grass here. Usually, for those that don't know, ticks tend to. So when you're wading through
the high grass,
that seems to be the ticky places. Every time you go through grass, you sort of take a look at your knees and your thighs and your calves, sort of thing. And if you're lucky, you'll get them, and if you're not lucky, they'll go up your pants.
Exactly. Yeah.
So anyway, I had my kids with me as we were going for an overnighter, and I said, "Well, let me go in front in case I can soak up all the ticks," sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I walk in, and this is a 5-minute hike through the woods. I got about 4 ticks on me, and on the walk out, I got a couple ticks on me, and my son got a tick on him.
Mm.
And on the walk out, I sprayed bug repellent on our calves, because I didn't do anything on the walk in because I couldn't believe, I never ever gotten, you're walking through a forest, usually in the heavy forest, but there was there's a one marshy spot where it's opened up and there's a bit of grass there, right?
Yeah.
So, man, they're really, now lucky these were all dog ticks, they weren't black. So that's fortunate, but that's just the sound of 1 foot dropping. But they are really spreading like a wildfire throughout the province, and in the news they're getting them in places in I think Ontario where they've never seen them before. And
they're spreading like crazy. And I did an episode. I'm looking it up now. I think I mentioned this before. Let's see the earliest one. March of 2013, I did a Maritime Outdoorsman podcast. I actually did a couple of them in a row, and people can find those if they want to look them up. But anyway, I interviewed a woman who used to do a fly fishing outdoor show, and she got bit by a tick and got Lyme disease because she didn't see the tick, I guess, at the time, and the symptoms were not well known. And anyway, she got it full blown, and it's terrible. And most of the ticks that you're going to find in most areas in the Maritimes are the wood ticks, I guess, or dog ticks they call them, whatever.
Yeah, for now.
And you can see them. But I got a story for you. I got a couple stories for you, actually. I went out on my birthday on the 14th of June, and a buddy and I went towards the Annapolis Valley and went way back, canoed through a few still waters, and purposely took the high ground a bit, but he wanted to take me to this place where the stream that connects one still water to the other dumps in. And as we came down, you can see the high grass, and he wasn't 2 seconds into it, and he goes, "Ticks." And we both look down, and our pants are crawling with them, right? Just I'm not talking 1 or 2. He probably had a dozen that we could see.
Oh my God!
And by the time I stopped, which was almost instantly because I can't stand them.
Yeah.
I had visibly.
What did you do after you burnt your pants?
Yeah, exactly. Stripped down. No, I had jeans or something, and I should have worn something different. But anyway, I picked 4 or 5 off, and they're the big ones, the ones that typically don't carry Lyme disease, although any tick can carry lots of different things that are nasty. So anyway, we cleared those off, and the remainder of the day, we were driving. We drove into the valley, fished a few other different places, and the remainder of the day we'd be driving in his vehicle, And every once in a while, we'd like reach down and you could feel a bump on your leg or whatever, and you just reach in and pull it out and throw it out the window. And we were picking ticks off. And but again, those are the big ones that are probably what I don't know, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch in size.
The size of a sesame seed, give or take.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah.
But where we live here in Lunenburg County is one of the hot spots for Lyme disease and black-legged ticks.
Yes.
And on Canada Day, my youngest son, we love to hike. We go through this recreation. The county has a recreational hiking trail system, not 5-minute drive from where we live, and we walk that almost every day, if not every day, every second day. And most, your time you're on a gravel trail, there's some grass off to the side, but usually they mow it down to, what you would mow your lawn. And anyway, this day we decided to hide a few little objects in the woods, make it fun for the kids as we did our hike. And
what's that called? Eco?
Yeah, we didn't do the geocaching.
Geocaching.
Yeah, we didn't do that. We kind of made our own. We just kind of put few little like erasers and things that the kids didn't need anymore. Just hid them in trees and stuff to see if they disappear over time. It was a total ploy just to get the kids out to cooperate.
Yeah.
Because they don't always cooperate, as you know.
Hey, there's some stuff in the woods that's better than the normal stuff that's in the woods.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even that, we tried to stay on the main and the well-used mountain bike trails, and but somewhere along the way, like later on Canada Day, when all the festivities were over, we were giving our 5-year-old a bath, and as soon as I looked at the back of his leg, I saw this black dot and just like almost like a zit type redness.
Oh.
And I was like, So anyway, I knew what it was right away. I couldn't find my specific tick removing tool, which I do have. I have 2 different size ones. And by the time we're done this, people are going to think I'm paranoid, and I am, and rightfully so. And
you have to be. You have to be.
I don't care if people think I'm crazy, because if they do, I'm sorry, but you're crazy. And anyway, so I got it off with tweezers, but I wasn't sure if I squished it when I was taking it off. It's that small, like a poppy seed size tick. You could look at it with the naked eye as close as you could, and you would have a hard time telling it was a tick.
Man.
So I got it off. I got it in a Ziploc bag. We took him to the Lunenburg Hospital just to get checked out and talk to a doctor, just so it's documented and whatnot, and see if they thought he should do antibiotics. And people are probably going, "Oh, you're crazy." Yeah.
No, you are totally. I would do exactly the same thing.
Yeah, and if we've had neighbors do the same thing. So we went, and Lunenburg Hospital, you get waited on a lot quicker than here in Bridgewater, if it's busy in Bridgewater. So anyway, we went there.
Lunenburg's a bustling metropolis for those that aren't from this part of the world.
Oh yeah, it's a tourist trap.
No, it's not a bustling metropolis.
No.
It's a tiny little fishing town.
It's a tiny fishing town.
Well, it's a tourist trap now.
Yes, bustling with tourists right now. Yep. We were, I think, the only ones in the waiting room, so we got in right away. The doctor who saw us said he had Lyme disease. He said, down here you've got there's a 1 in 30 chance that one of the black-legged ticks has Lyme disease. I think it might even be higher than that, really. But anyway, 1 in 30 chance that even this one that was biting him had it. Now, I've heard all kinds of things. Don't quote me as, this being the truth. But, as far as I know, this is what I've heard, that any tick, before it can transmit whatever disease or bacteria it has in it, needs to be feeding on you for like 24 hours minimum. That's what I've heard.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true or not. I suspect, in the future that'll probably be debunked or something. But anyway, but fortunately, because I did these episodes of the Outdoorsman podcast years ago, I made contact with a professor at Mount Allison University in New Brunswick who runs a lab, and what she does is they test ticks, and you can send them into her. There's no cost other than mailing it up, and they'll test it for you, and within 2 weeks typically they'll give you a report of what it had.
Yeah.
So we expect to find out hopefully within the next week or so if this thing had anything, and then if it did have the worst in it, then we would give a precautionary dose of antibiotics to him, just to be on the safe side, even though it may not have transmitted it. So anyway, it's a nightmare, and I mean, I'll be honest, my wife and I have both considered, why are we here? Why would we live in this area where this is a hot spot? And but our kids are established in schools and preschools and all that stuff, so it wouldn't be that easy to just take off. But anyway, it's a pain, and it's sweeping. I mean, the number of Lyme disease cases in the Maritime provinces is going into the hundreds every year now. And those are the ones that find out about it.
That's because the people here are not accustomed to worrying about it.
No.
Even the areas, I mean, like, I never even dealt with ticks growing up. They weren't a thing. No. And now, well, we've got ticks, but they're the good ticks.
The good ones, yeah.
Which that's like an oxymoron.
Exactly.
They're the not so bad ones.
The lesser of the evil ticks.
So, yeah, I mean, I was talking to a guy that is like, oh, yeah, I get a couple on me every day. I just pick them off when I'm watching TV and stuff. I'm like, man, if that's the wrong tick, it's going to ruin your life. If you're anyone, it's going to ruin your life. But if you're an active person, it's really going to,
And it totally can. It can make you chronically fatigued, and your joints swell and ache, and there's crazy symptoms. And
turn you into a senior citizen
in basically,
a
matter of months.
Make you feel really tired and just weak all the time, like a 90-year-old sort of thing. No offense to 90-year-olds out there.
No.
There's some that feel great, I guess, but
yeah, that's right.
I imagine I feel better now than I'm going to feel when I'm 90. I can guarantee you.
Yeah, exactly. But you're right. It can, and in a matter of months, it can do that. And another misconception that this doctor was telling us, and I've heard this before, is people often think, well, you got to see that bullseye rash. If it's giving you Lyme disease, or it could give you Lyme disease, you got to see that bullseye rash.
That's not guaranteed.
No, it's not. In fact, most of the time, I don't think that's what happens. He said, you can get flu-like symptoms, or even cold-like symptoms. Like if you had one of these poppy seed-sized ticks on you, and they can go anywhere.
Think about
think about it.
There's a lot of anywheres on your body.
There's a lot of anywheres. Now, I was talking to somebody. Yeah, exactly. Somebody I heard recently who contracted Lyme disease. They couldn't figure it out. And a neighbor told me this, somebody he knew. And that's because it was in his belly button. And he had no idea.
We were just talking to friends. They had a friend that got it from a black-leg tick, was in the ear. In the ear.
Oh, man.
Yuck.
Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah.
So seriously, if you're listening, and actually a side note here, Vet Lloyd, who's the professor at Mount A who runs the lab, she got Lyme disease gardening in her garden.
That's why this all ties in here.
Yes, that's how it all ties together. And if you're into gardening or anything outdoors, you're prone to it. And I know I've heard recently there's some kind of natural spray or some kind of new thing that's hitting the market down here that I haven't had a chance to test it yet. Perhaps I'll talk about that in the future once I have. But
gasoline?
That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking going for our hikes. I'd like to have a blowtorch and just okay, kids, yeah, it's clear. And because I have no use for them, those ticks whatsoever. So anyway, that's be aware, and even if you haven't found one on you and you start getting weird symptoms, go get checked out and mention Lyme disease. You might be able to get a blood test for it or something, and just be aware because it's going around.
And I'll tell you what my doctor told me, and this is why it's so important to keep the tick. If you're able to, you got a tick on you, keep it. What is it now?
They make a nice pet.
Exactly. The test they do on your blood is they're testing for whether your blood is producing the antibody to fight the Lyme disease. Okay. So all they're testing is if you are fighting it, evidence that you're fighting it. Your body may not produce the antibody.
No.
So it's like really bad. So if you're really bad at fighting it, they won't even know you have it. Or for whatever reason, the disease isn't really presenting itself yet, so your body hasn't begun to fight it because it's not. It's still sort of, I don't know, percolating in your body or whatever.
Right.
So again, they might do this test and there's nothing showing. But if they have the tick, they can, like, I don't know, squish it and find some Lyme disease juice in it. I don't know how they do it, but if they have the tick, they can say this tick has Lyme disease.
Exactly.
And you had a tick in you with Lyme, and you need to take some antibiotics now.
Yeah, now, pronto.
I don't know why they just don't. It's like I saw a tick. Well, here's some antibiotics. Take,
Yeah.
So
they're reluctant to give out antibiotics because they don't want your body to get too used to them, I guess.
I find myself jealous of people in Europe because I guess in Europe they have ticks, but and this is a bizarre thing to be jealous of, but in Europe the ticks, the disease they carry is encephalitis, which is, it'll kill you, right? Really bad.
Oh man!
But there's a vaccine for it.
Oh, okay.
So you take the vaccine and just roll around in ticks and sleep in a bed of ticks. I think you have to take the vaccine every year. Like you can't. Yeah. It's not a one type. Well, it's not like polio. You got to keep taking the vaccine if you're if you're a logger, an outdoors person, or something like that, or in contact with the woods. But at least it's a virus.
Oh yeah,
bacteria, right?
Right.
Still bad.
It's still not good, but
I believe it makes your brain swell until.
Oh, that's great. That's just great.
It's a bad one. But Lyme disease, same thing. I mean, it's just really, really bad. So
well, what this doctor told us when we were at the hospital was that there's a vaccine for pets, dogs. And it's well known.
Well, I want that.
No, and he told us that the same one was on the market for humans a number of years ago. This is what he told us. So again, I'm just relaying. And he said that there was some kind of lawsuit. Somebody experienced a side effect, and the lawsuit shut it down for being used on humans. And it's the identical drug as is given to this day to dogs, and it works on the dogs.
What's the side effect? You don't feel like crap for the rest of your life?
I guess. I don't know. But that's a good point. And Greg and I crack jokes, and it is fun. We enjoy it. But I mean, there's more and more people getting this, and it's terrible. Of course, the deer carry the ticks, the birds carry the ticks. They're walking around, they're flying around. I'm I don't know. It's a concern, and it used to be that once the cold weather hit, you didn't have to worry about it. Not the case anymore. There's been documented cases, I know in Nova Scotia for sure, that people have been bit by ticks in January.
January?
Yeah. Of course, Nova Scotia's a big province. It's warmer in the southern part, than it is in northern tip of Cape Breton, but. There's hot spots for Lyme disease in Pictou County now, which is quite a bit north. And I don't know if they're on the island, if they're on Cape Breton Island yet, but I know they're in Prince Edward Island, and I know there's serious hot spots in New Brunswick, especially southern, around St. John and Quispamsis and around there. So if you're not aware, become aware. It's not one of those it's not a fun thing to research, but be aware. I was thinking here's another. Here's something we can invent. I was thinking those sticky fly traps.
Yeah.
Well, invent a pair of socks made out of that or something.
I would want slippery socks that they slip off of.
Yeah, well, slippery. That would be good.
Like
But I was
like
thinking,
hip waders that are like tick
yeah,
waders, you know, like a
yeah,
big long slipper, like something an elf would wear.
yeah. But yeah,
Elfin
sure.
boots, magical elfin boots that repel ticks.
You look great.
You look great and magical.
Not only do the ticks not want to be near you, but nobody
No
does.
one in their right mind except, some sort of J.R. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings, Dungeons and Dragons person.
Character.
Cool boots.
I'm out. We're out walking on these trails, and I'm thinking, yeah, if I just had like a sticky bug trap around my ankle, at least if they're crawling up off my sneakers, they're gonna get stuck. And anyway, it's disturbing. We try not to let it deter us, but every time we find one or we deal with one pulling one off a kid or something, it's disturbing.
I talked to, I don't know if it's a doctor or someone in a pet store. I was asking him, why can't you just put those tick collars that dogs wear around your ankles? Just put one on each leg.
Is it a tick collar or a flea collar?
It's a flea and tick collar.
Okay.
I said, how do those things work? Like, what do they do? And I said, they emit this.
That's a good point.
Well, he said that the reason they can put those on dogs is that dogs only live like 12 years, and that they're so toxic that if you wore one, you would get cancer. It would be like smoking all the cigarettes in Nova Scotia all day long.
I didn't get any ticks, but what is on my leg?
Some days, yeah, exactly. It's like, something like they're extremely toxic,
Holy
moly. Like you wouldn't believe. Maybe here, how about this? When I'm 90, who cares?
Yeah. Put one around your neck and both arms.
Oh, everywhere. Yeah, get me the full body, the hula hoop one.
Man,
make it to 90. Jeez.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was that toxic to dogs. Because you see the bumper stickers. Everybody loves their dogs, and more than their kids now.
I make it to 90. It's smoke them if you got them.
Oh man, yeah. I think we've made it a tick episode.
I think we had a number of topics to kind of talk about, but
we'll have to do that next time.
Ticks soaked it all up in their.
But I'm telling you again, can't stress it enough. And in fact, what I'll do is, anybody listening, I'll make in the show notes. I'll definitely have a link to this tick lab in New Brunswick, and where you can mail your ticks to and get them tested. And I would highly recommend that if you do find one on. I mean, not necessarily if you find one crawling around on you. If it's crawling around, odds are it has not fed, because when they start feeding, they get all engorged and they just stay there until they're done feeding. And then, as I understand it, they drop off.
As gross as ticks look, after they've fed, they look super gross.
100 times grosser.
Yeah. Like Ridley Scott movie gross.
Yeah, like disgusting.
Yeah.
And they're very hard to kill with your fingernails. Like they're very hard.
You have to bite them with your teeth.
We do not endorse that.
No, do not do that.
No.
I prefer fire.
Fire is good, but again, you can't get it tested if it's blown up. And yeah, they say what I know. This vet Lloyd at the lab has said, as quick as you can, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer. Freeze it and kill it for a day or two, and then put it in the mail.
I would feel better if I knew that at the lab, after they test the tick, they all take it out in the parking lot and stomp it
to death. Well, it's already dead.
Curb stomp that thing until it's gone.
Yeah,
all of them take turns just kicking it in.
Or at least some kind of big incinerator.
I don't care if they have to do that to 1,000 ticks a day.
Yeah.
That's good use of their lab time.
That is true.
Stomp a mud hole in that tick.
That is money well spent. But hopefully somebody out there listening is now a little more aware, and or while they're listening to this, they have found a tick and they know what to do.
We're joking a lot, but it's just no laughing.
No, it is deadly serious. Deadly serious. So yeah, watch out for ticks, but don't let it deter you from the things you want to do outside. That's what the message is that they're telling us all. And I mean, yeah, you can curl up in a ball in your basement, but you got to get out there and do stuff.
And yeah, exactly. You can't let these things deter you from living your life.
Right. Just be aware and know what to do.
It's a good excuse to get naked with your partner.
You know what? On a daily basis.
You got to look me over.
Yeah. You know what? I was out
Let's
and
put
I
some
had
Barry White on and.
I prefer to have my ticks removed to Barry White.
Exactly. Yeah. After the ticks are gone, it can get pretty romantic.
Well, it could if they don't find one.
Now that you're clear of parasites, baby.
Yeah.
How about some loving?